Hello everybody. So today I am finally filming my book unhaul that I did a couple of vlogs ago. I think it was about maybe like 3 weeks ago now, so it's long overdue. Finally filming it, finally have a spare battery just in case. I'm ready to go. So I have been book blogging for a very long time. It's going on like 10 years now, I think. And so I've accumulated a lot of books. A lot of these books are older and ones that I have just held on to for no reason apart from it sounded interesting at the time and I really wanted to read at the time. But like every book lover's problem, you never get around to reading all of the books that you want to read. So a bunch of these are ones that I still haven't read yet, and also some that I've just been holding on to for no real reason. I'm probably not going to go into too much detail because otherwise it's going to take forever. There's at least 65 books here, so it's going to take a while anyway. So I'm going to try and be quick and maybe just stop talking now in this intro and get right into it. By the way, these are in no particular order. I have not organized them at all. I'm just picking up from the pile and I'm going to talk about it. So yeah. So first up, I have How to Think Like Sherlock by Daniel Smith. I think I got this one in like an owl crate or a fairy loot box like 4 years ago or something. It was a very long time ago. It was like one of the bonus books that they included, and I'm not going to use this, so I am unhauling it. Next up, I have Mind Games by Kirsten White. I picked this one up because I was obsessed with Kirsten White's work, especially like after her debut series first came out like years and years and years ago. And I just never ended up reading this one. I've read like a bunch of her other work as well, which I think I'm also unhauling in here. Yeah, I think I am. But I just never got around to this one. I looked at reviews and stuff and like they were kind of mixed and I've kind of lost interest. So I'm going to move on to other books. Next up, I have Red Sister by Mark Lawrence. Now this is one that I don't know if I'm going to try and get the other versions of. Like there's, you know, different covers and whatnot now that they're all out. I think this got sent to me, and honestly I still think I might really enjoy this from what I've heard, but I don't know whether I'm going to read it anytime soon. And if I do decide to read it and feel like it, I'll probably end up getting the new covers, but for now I'm just gonna unhaul it just in case. Next up, I have Every Word and Every Breath by Ellie Marnie. I feel really bad for getting rid of these because Ellie Marnie is an Australian author and apparently her stuff is really good. Like this is like a Sherlock Holmesy like YA kind of thriller series, I believe. Apparently they're excellent, but I still just haven't picked them up and they're kind of just collecting dust at this point. And also I feel kind of bad because this one is also signed, so yeah, I do feel bad about it, but I don't see myself picking them up at all. Like they still haven't caught my interest despite them apparently being really, really good. I have Made You Up by Francesca Zappia. I do remember enjoying this book when it came out. I think I gave it like 3.5 or 4 stars or something like that. I did like it, but I have not looked at it since. I don't plan on picking it up again, and yeah, that's about the only reasons, honestly. It's just kind of collecting dust. Then I have These Broken Stars and This Shattered World by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. I think this is book 1 and 2 in this trilogy. I never ended up getting book 3. And again, like I've heard really good things about these books, but like I've learnt over the years that I don't like reading sci-fi as much as I thought I did. Like I feel like I read some sci-fi that I just really fucking loved, and so I assumed that I liked all sci-fi, but that's just not the case because I would read other sci-fi and hate it. So I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna pick these ones up and I'm gonna pass them along. Next up, I have This Song Will Save Your Life by Leela Sales. Again, I've heard it's good, but not going to read it anytime soon. And then I have Blood Song by Anthony Ryan. Again, heard really good things about it. I think I was low-key influenced by BookTube to get this one. but I don't see myself reading it. It is like a big chunky fantasy series, which is fine, but I think I might just get rid of it. But I have heard it's really good, but I can't see myself actually picking this one up. And then oh, this one has a bookmark in there. That's good. This one is The Dangerous Art of Blending In by Angelo Semelis. And again, I feel really bad about this one because like this one sounds really good, but apparently I DNF'd it at like 50 pages, or maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it. Ah, here's the other Kirsten White books. Okay, so they were on the bottom of that pile. So the other two Kirsten White books I'm getting rid of are Chaos of Stars and Illusions of Fate. I'm pretty sure I've read both of these, or one of them. I can't remember, but I didn't enjoy them as much as I have with some of her other work. And again, this was something I picked up when I wanted to read every single book she had ever. So yeah. Next up I have Zombies vs Unicorns, which is edited by Justine Labalestia and Holly Black. And this was another, this is really old YA. Like I still have the receipt for this one. Let's see when I got it, because like, yeah, I got this in 2012 and I still haven't read it. So there we go. It's very like old school YA authors. I love the concept of it, but next up I have Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. This I think I just picked up like secondhand somewhere, so it's not like a big loss. I feel like there's so many more thrillers out now that I could pick up instead. Not to say that there weren't lots of thrillers like when this first came out anyway, but like more that I'm familiar with and more recent ones. So yeah, I don't know. I am probably not going to pick this one up. Again, I just got it because it was cheap. Then I have another old school YA book, and that is Drink Slay Love by Sarah Beth Durst. And this one sounds really fun. It's like a vampire novel. It's kind of like, it's like a funny one, but I still haven't read it. I like picked this book up when my books were literally in like, you know, like the top shelf of like a wardrobe. That's where my books were kept, like way back when. So I literally picked this up back then, so it was a while ago. Then I have The Girl from Everywhere by Heidi Heilig, and again, this sounded really interesting. Never picked it up. I have Razorhurst by Justine Labalestia. I got this one because I like Justine Labalestia. I liked My Sister Rosa, so I found a bunch of her books like at secondhand bookstores and picked them up there for cheap, and then never ended up reading them. Not to say that they're bad, but I just have kind of lost interest at this point. Next I have Acid by Emma Pass, A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. This one I'm not too sure on. I feel like I still might really like this one. I've heard really, really, really amazing things about this, but I don't know if and when I'm ever actually going to pick this one up. Yeah, I was looking forward to that, but I'm gonna pass it on. Then I have The Call by Peter O'Gulen, and I feel really bad about this one because I got this when the author came to Perth, and I was really excited because not many authors come to Perth. And so I met him. Obviously the way he talked about his book, because he's the author, made it sound really, really cool. I never ended up picking it up. He signed it for me. He was really lovely, but I just have again lost interest. So I think I'm going to pass it on to someone else, but it is like personalized to me. So I was putting this off for ages, like unhauling it. But I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and unhaul it. Then I have City of Lies by Sam Hawke. I don't actually know if this is the first or second one in a series. These ones I have been holding on to for the longest time, and honestly I still might try and get these ones in hardcover. Like for the final book in the trilogy, you can't actually get the matching paperback anymore, which is really annoying. So that is The Queen of the Tearling and Invasion of the Tearling by Erica Johansson, sorry. I love these covers like so much. I think they're just like the Australian paperbacks, but Like I said, you can't really find the third one in the large format paperback anymore. And I am still kind of interested. So if I can find like a matching set, I will. But I've literally looked for the third book in this matching paperback for like 4 years now, and I haven't found it anywhere. So next up I have From Twinkle with Love by Sandy Manon. I feel bad because like I was so excited for this one for the longest time, but I still haven't picked it up, and if I do, I think I'll probably pick it up on audio. And then I was gonna say finally, but I've still got 3 more piles, so it's gonna take a while longer. I have Welcome to Night Vale by Joseph Fink and Jeffrey Cranor. I found this one at a secondhand bookstore, again, really cheap. I picked it up because of all of the hype with the podcast, I think it is, but I've never listened to the podcast, never read the book. I've just been holding on to it because I think it's cool. Okay, so this next pile of books, I feel very bad for Unhauling because it's basically like a collection of classics. I was very kindly gifted all of these, and it's a huge amount of books, but I've looked up reviews for a bunch of them, like a bunch of the different titles, and honestly a lot of them are really bad, and it's really hard to narrow down what ones I actually want to read, and it's just a lot. But they are beautiful, so I'm probably going to pass them on or maybe sell them, we'll see. It's basically all of these classics. So I think these are the, what are they? Virago Modern Classics. So it's all of those. They have beautiful covers. Like, they're absolutely stunning. They've all got like this different kind of shape on there, but they're all really different. I love them so much, but like they're taking up a lot of space on my bookshelf, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not really interested in them. Like, I know there are so many people out there like, oh my god, look at that, it's got like little bees on it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I feel really bad because there are so many people out there who really love classics, especially like matching sets of classics. So I'm gonna try and find someone who would love to get these. And then I have the hardcover trilogy of Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I got Lola and Isla as well. I held on to these for ages because these were some of the first hardbacks I ever bought for myself, because I really enjoyed this. This was the first ever contemporary novel I read, full stop. Like, first contemporary YA novel, I should say. And I loved it at the time. I had lots of fun reading it. I reread it for the first time a couple of years ago, and it just wasn't as good, was it? And then I have The Glass Spare by Lauren DeStefano. This is one of the Outcry editions. I think it's like a special, like one of the alternative covers, and it's really beautiful. It's got like the deckled edges and everything, and I think it's signed. Yeah, it's signed as well. Really pretty, but I've lost interest in this one. I was super hyped for this when it first came out, but I still haven't picked it up, and upon like rereading the synopsis, I don't think I'm going to, so I'm going to pass that one on. Okay, so we're on our second last pile. So I have The Girl at Midnight by Melissa Gray. Was interested, still haven't read it. Into the Crooked Place by Alexandra Christo. Next I have Frog Kisser by Garth Nix. Again, this is one I feel really bad about because it is personally signed to me, and it's got the gorgeous like yellow sprayed edges and everything. I don't think I'm going to read this one. I might pass this one on to maybe one of my sisters. I think they'll like that. Then I have Beautiful Monster by Kate McCaffrey. Again, it's a personally signed one. Next I have Save the Date by Morgan Matson. I think I DNF'd this one. I don't remember finishing it because there was a lot of hype for this. Yeah, okay, so I DNF'd this one at 240 pages apparently. So I was really close to finishing it, but I think I just lost interest. Then I have Dry by Neil Schusterman. I got this one because honestly, after reading Scythe, I was really hyped for his next book, but I have heard a lot of mixed reviews on this one, so I don't think I'm gonna read it. Then I have After the Lights Go Out by Lily Wilkinson. Then, what's this one? Oh, okay, so this is The Ones That Disappeared by Zana Fralin, and this one actually sounds really good, but I'm gonna pass it on to someone else. Again, this is one that I ended up, I think I tried to pick this one up when I was getting in a big reading slump because I put it down at 10 pages. So I didn't get very far into it. I just don't think I was in the mood for it at the time, but I'm going to pass that one on to someone else. Then we have Four Dead Queens by Astrid Schult. Next up, I have, I guess I just kept these on my shelf for ages. Okay, sorry if I have moved around. I thought that my camera stopped recording. What was I up to? Okay, so I haven't bought like anything Harry Potter in a very long time. I have stopped buying anything Harry Potter, full stop. But so I've decided to unhaul the 20-year anniversary of like the Philosopher's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets. I got the Hufflepuff one because I'm a Hufflepuff, and the paperback of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them as well. So see you later. Oh, this makes me sad. This was really kindly sent to me from Bloomsbury, and I was like at the peak of my reading slump and I never picked it up, and then my cats destroyed it. So I feel really bad about this one because I still kind of want to read it, although it's really big. That is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. I was kindly sent this one to me from Bloomsbury when they sent me Piranesi, like the Ark, which again I didn't read because I was at the peak of my reading slump. And I still really want to read this, but like my cats have destroyed it. Like they've ruined the front cover. Like there's like scratch marks on like the on the edges. And so I think I'm gonna replace that one. We'll see. Because I still really want to read this one because I have heard really good things. But it's just kind of like a ruined copy because I didn't touch it for ages. So I'm kind of sad about that, I'm not gonna lie. Next I have History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. I'm getting rid of this one because I ended up getting the hardback for super cheap from Facebook Marketplace. So don't need the paperback as well. Then I have The Language of Thorns by Lee Bardugo. Another one I'm getting rid of because I ended up getting the hardback for this one as well. Next I have Begin and Begin, a Love Oz YA anthology edited by Danielle Binks. I really love some of the authors on here, but yeah, I think I'm gonna pass that one on to someone who will enjoy it and love it. And then I have The Star-Touched Queen by Roshani Chokshi, and honestly I really enjoyed this one. I really loved the pretty like purple prose, but I do kind of want to get this one in hardback, and I want to get the sequel as well. So I'm going to pass on the paperback. Maybe I'll like listen to it on audiobook and then decide whether I want to pick it back up again. We'll see. This is the last pile, by the way, so we're almost done. Then I have This Mortal Coil by Emily Savada. Again, I've heard really good things about this, but I have lost interest. I've heard it's absolutely amazing, like really good writing, but I still haven't picked it up after all of these years. Then I have Reign the Earth by A.C. Gowan, and this one I was super hyped for. It was like one of my most anticipated of whatever year this came out. I think 2018. Was it? Yeah, it was 2018. So I talked about this in like 2017, I think probably on this booktube channel, and this was one of my most anticipated releases, and then it came out and then I just lost interest altogether. Don't know why. Next I have Call It What You Want by Bridget Kemmerer. I have The Walled City by Ryan Groudon, and I also picked these other two up by Ryan Groudon, like the same author, and that is Wolf by Wolf and Blood for Blood. Oh God, this is old school. Okay, so this is an entire trilogy. This is Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. This is like peak like 2011 freaking YA. Like this is so old. Oh my God. I don't know why I have the whole series, because like I read the first book and I didn't actually like it that much. And I think I picked up the other two thinking I was like gonna continue to give it a chance. But I don't know. I don't know why I have all of these. Then I have Grave Mercy by Robin Lefevers. I still want to get this one, but I found like the editions I want online, so I'm just gonna get the whole series, same edition. This one was like $2 anyway, it was really cheap, so gonna do that instead. Then I have Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. This is just the older cover. I've had this one since like 2011 or whenever it first came out. So look at this old school YA cover. Oh my god. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh my god. And then I have Unite Me as well in paperback. I really want to get this, especially the original trilogy. I just really want to get it in hardback, if I'm being honest. I know it sounds like really fucking dumb that I keep saying, oh, I'm just gonna get this one in hardback instead, or a different edition, which I know is like fucking ridiculous, but I've just learned over the years, I just really like hardbacks, and I just really want my collection to look the way I want it to look. And I know it's not about aesthetics or anything like that, but look, I know all of the arguments, but I just like hardbacks, and will be getting some of these in hardbacks instead, so please don't judge me. Then I have When We Wake and While We Run by Karen Heatley, and this one I was so interested in for ages, and it's another one that I just didn't pick up, and I'm kind of like disappointed because like it sounds really cool still, but I got this one in like 2013 and I still haven't picked them up. Finally, now we have the last book of the giant pile here, and that is Hollowpox by Jessica Townsend. I'm only getting rid of this one because I literally have them like, oh, you can't see, they're not in frame, but I've like got them in the special editions like up there anyway. I love this series. This is a really good middle grade series, and yeah, so I'm just getting rid of that one because I don't need a second copy of that. So that is it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this book unhaul. I do like to do them like semi-frequently. This is like my first big one in like a couple of years, so it's a lot of books, but I'm excited to now have more space on my bookshelves and fill them up with books that I do actually really want to read still and really want to get my hands on. So I'm very excited for that. I'm probably going to sell some of these, donate some of them. I won't be able to like send them off to people because shipping is a nightmare, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed anyway. Thank you so much for watching and sitting through this video if you managed to get to the end, and I'll see you all next time for a new video. Bye.